Come with me if you want to live.
Did you know that for Terminator 2 Judgement Day, a neat bit of movie magic was provided by twins? In scenes where the T-1000 mimics certain characters, instead of using split screen and visual effects, the actors' twin siblings were cast as doppelgangers instead. This included Linda Hamilton's sister, Leslie Hamilton Gearon. CGI was considered to be used for when the helicopter flies under the bridge during the final chase scene. However, there were concerns about the realism of this effect due to limitations of the technology at the time. So this stunt was actually done for real. ILM's VFX department had to increase from 5 visual effects artists to around 36 in order to bring to life the T-1000 in its liquid form, which included mimicking Robert Patrick's limp as he walked, an injury that he sustained playing football. This came at a cost of around $5.5 million, which, adjusted for inflation in 2025, would be around $12 million, for only around 3.5 minutes of footage. Robert Patrick underwent an intense sprinting training regime prior to filming. As it turned out, Patrick was pretty damn quick. So quick, in fact, that when he was required to chase Edward Furlong whilst he frantically fled on his dirt bike, he could not only catch up to him, he'd also tap Furlong on the shoulder. At the end of the film, all evidence of the Terminators, both in this film and the previous one, is thrown into the molten lead pit to prevent the rise of Skynet and the dystopian future. This has raised questions about how the franchise could have continued into the third film and beyond. One explanation is that despite the destruction of the Cyberdyne facility, the military had possibly already been involved in the development of the technology and has copies of key records so work could progress, delaying Judgment Day. However, there is another explanation that happens on screen at the end of the film. They didn't destroy all the evidence. This movie's T-800's arm is crushed and broken off during the fight with the T-1000 and isn't retrieved and destroyed by the T-800, John or Sarah in the forge. This is a likely reason for how the narrative can continue into the next sequel if the arm was found and reverse engineered, just like with the remains of the first Terminator that formed the catalyst for Miles Dyson's work.
Hasta la vista, baby.